Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff. Guys, if you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, one word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok channel. So if you click on the link, it'll take you directly to the episode. And of course, we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And of course, leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. Let's jump right into it.
What's up, man?
Nah, my turn.
Okay.
What's up, man?
What do you mean?
You tell me what's up every time we start this show.
Why?
What's up, man?
Because you know what's happening
Nah.
in my life. What the heck?
No, I don't.
Oh, do you? No?
I do. They don't. What's up, man?
Sensational.
Yes, sir.
So,
You're on the spot.
I started a collaboration project with David. So I'm gonna be making art for him for a specific reason. I'm not gonna say that because I'll leave that up to him to disclose.
Yeah, for sure. Especially
It's
if
gonna be interesting.
especially if we invite him back on.
Right.
So,
I really like working with him. He's super chill. He usually kind of lets me work on my own time and gives me creative freedom.
Yeah, but don't take too long because then he's gonna be like,
No.
What
I
the fuck
know
you
that.
doing, bro?
I know that.
It's like,
I
I'm
know
paying
that.
you. Where you at?
I know that. What the heck? But no, it's pretty solid. I know next Sunday I'm going on the pontoon. We're going pontooning.
What the hell is a pontoon?
It's like a little dingy ass little boat. Remember the thing I went on? What was it, last year or 2 years ago? The whole thing with Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, are you going back out with his family again?
No, I don't think it's his family. It's some coworkers and some of us from the friend group
Okay.
and some siblings and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a nice day out in the sun on the water. You know, I ain't been out there in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Other than that, work is work. You know, we really do the same shit every day. You show up, get a route, do the route, go home. And you go home. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get started on some of these art
Projects
Yeah,
and moving forward
for
with
sure.
everything else.
For
Yeah,
sure.
on top of that too, we're our credit wasn't bad, but we're getting there, man. It's getting better.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Word. Just kind of working on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's.
And mom got on my ass the other day. I know I told you about. She's like, "All right, I haven't seen anything. You better start getting ready to get the the furniture
dog.
and
Leave
the,
it to her, bro.
and the equipment." She stays on our
Because
ass,
we keep
dude.
putting shit off. That's
She
the problem.
stays on our ass,
That's the problem.
and she
We
makes
keep
sure
putting
we need to
shit
get
off.
what we need to get.
No, I feel that.
So, but no, it was funny. For me, you know, it's the same shit, different day. I would say I took 2 weeks off the gym. It really fucking sucks.
Was it really, bro? I didn't even know you were not going to the gym.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, because
I don't know if you weren't hiding it. It's just
No.
like I'm not. I don't know. I just assumed okay, you're at the gym.
Saturdays are my bum days, and of course Monday, I'm already awake before you wake up, so you automatically think I go.
Right.
So, but nah, I don't know what was going on, man. I just wasn't feeling it. I couldn't get up.
Like some mental shit. Like
Well,
what's
it's
going on?
not even necessarily mental. It was just like I was just exhausted. It's like all the accumulation of not sleeping a lot
Word.
for the last 10 years just caught up. I couldn't get up. I don't know what was going on. So I'm like, I set an alarm for 5 a.m. because, you know, it's I go to the gym at 5:30. And then I moved it to 6. And then it rang at 6. And I'm like,
Fuck
I
it.
ain't feeling it. And I'm like, fuck. I ain't doing it.
And you did that for a whole week?
I did that for 2 weeks. Yeah,
That's
I did it for 2 weeks. So
That's different.
when I went in yesterday and today, it kicked my ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Like me trying to get up Monday because I know I had to close that Monday. So me getting up Monday, having to get up early, knowing that as soon as I get home, shower, get ready for work, go to work throughout the entire day, and
Right.
then come home. Dude,
Right.
you saw me falling asleep on the couch.
No, I
bro.
saw that. Yeah, that was crazy. You woke up, went to the gym, came back, fell asleep on the couch.
Yeah, and then you're like, Jeff, just go sleep. I'm like, nah,
You
man.
tripping.
I can't.
You actually stayed up that whole time.
Yeah.
And then went
Yeah,
and
and
did
then-
a closing shift.
and then-
No, you're crazy. No, you're crazy. That's
Yeah.
that's that psychotic shit.
Nah, man.
But my thing is, and that's the thing I hate about this whole. Ever since, like way back when, you know, that first time around, where we went and got healthy,
Mhm.
and we did it for like 2.5 years.
We went every day.
You want to know something that never clicked with me?
What?
They always say, "Oh, you know, you build healthy habits."
Mhm.
None of that ever felt like a habit.
None of it. Yeah, you're
If
right.
always, like being healthy and exercising always felt like a job to me.
It is, and it still is. To
No,
this day.
but that's the thing. Like the way it's advertised is, yeah, you'll be happier, you'll be da da da. You know what I'm saying? But I
No,
felt like
nigga,
once
you
I
tired all the
reached-
time.
Once I reached my goal,
Yeah.
you know, that first time around, once I reached my goal and I was like super fit, super healthy, it just became boring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It felt repetitive.
Right.
Well, it's because like it's like when we hit our peak. Like, remember how I could never get past 250.
Mhm.
Finally hit 230. This was like 21, 22 years old. You finally hit 190 or 80.
Right.
And
I was shredded.
We were like skinny as fuck.
I was shredded. What the
For
fuck?
the amount of muscle that we had. It's like, all right, it felt like a job. It felt repetitive. It didn't feel like anything new. It was like, okay, now I'm at a plateau. Now I got to go to the next extreme. But then again, we were still trying to figure it
But-
out.
It's not even the mindset of getting to the next extreme. It's I went into it thinking, oh, I'm just gonna like this now.
Nah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna start working out. I'll do this for years and years, and then it'll just become a part of me. Like you know, people.
It's
like,
a lifestyle. Like
right.
you said.
It never became a lifestyle for me.
No.
Even the whole eating healthy thing. We ate healthy forever. We tried every meal in the book, and I just hated it. I just hated it.
Yeah.
It
no,
just-
I agree.
It never became something that was like pleasant for me.
I agree. Because remember, we dropped all the weight because
Right.
we did a lot of cardio. And then we bulked up. And then we dropped the muscle. And then I got to the point where I was like,
We
fuck
dropped
it.
the fat, not
Yeah.
the muscle.
Or the fat. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just keep lifting.
That's your problem. All you want to do is live.
Now I break everything.
That's-
No, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when we.
Nigga, that's still all you do is fucking lift. All you do is lift. I in what scenario are you gonna
time comes and you need Jeff's muscles. That's when you're gonna
when the
need
time
it.
comes? That's what adrenaline is for. What the fuck?
Shit, yeah, because
What
we're
the
packing adrenaline in the car.
No, it's natural. What the fuck? You ain't seen
Shit.
you ain't seen those videos of what you would call it, like 12-year-olds lifting cars in like a dire
What the
situation.
fuck?
I don't know. I feel like somewhere on the internet that
what?
shit exists.
You're
And
doing
that
what?
exists nope, that exists somewhere on the internet.
Y'all doing what? Nah, that's crazy.
And like crazy emergencies. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I've already put in my mind, as self-defeatist as this is,
Mhm.
if it's like the whole zombie thing.
Yeah, that was weird.
It's like I always plan shit in my brain, like, oh yeah, this is what I'm
But
gonna
you're
do.
right though. When you're the one person that tries to plan the escape, the shelter,
Mhm.
the emergency pack, all that shit like that, you're the one that always ends up dying. So I get what you're saying. It's literally the people that don't plan for are the ones that are more likely.
You're just naturally instinctive.
Yeah.
You're equipped.
Yeah.
You're mentally equipped to
Yeah.
manage a situation like
yeah.
that.
So they're
You know
the
what I'm
ones.
saying? Doesn't matter if you're an athlete or whatever. It's just like once shit hits the fan, it's like, what are you really gonna do? You could run the scenario in your head a bajillion times.
No, I agree, man.
Like
I
this
agree.
is what I'm gonna do, but then you get taken out while you're sleeping and a zombie busts through your fucking window.
Yeah, I get it, and that's why it's like all the doomsday preppers are literally like what was that? Love, Death, Robots show us a perfect example of it. The doomsday preppers were the first ones to die. Remember when they were trying to escape the robots
Right.
that were taking pictures of the apocalypse?
Mm-hmm.
Like they said, the doomsday preppers were the first to die because what they do, they turned on each other.
Right, yeah.
they all killed each other and stuff like that. If it's not the zombies that's gonna get you, it's the people that's gonna get you, because of course supplies run low. You start freaking the fuck out. What do? You try to.
But that's the thing. You have to survive. See, like, that's what people don't understand. They start talking about how they're going to,
survive,
live, like
throughout
the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But it's that initial, are you going to survive? That initial day one event.
Well, it's like, what was it? Was it season 2 or 3 when on The Walking Dead when they went out to the farm? Season 2.
Season 2, right?
So
yeah.
So season 2 of The Walking Dead, when they went out to the farm, there was dead, but they trapped them all on the farm. But it wasn't less like all the other ones. But then what happened? What happened when Maggie's husband stole the alarm from the car? It shifted all the walkers to follow the sound, and they eventually made it to the farm. So it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, they were good because they were outside in the countryside, and all the dead were in the city. But as soon as everything shifted, they all went towards their way, and then they lost the farm, of course. So it's like, yes, you can prep for it, but it'll never be at that point where it's like, all right, I'm safe.
Right.
Because remember, the only reason why after season 6 of The Walking Dead, I kind of just fell off, or after Rick actually left, I kind of fell off, was because literally it was repetitive. They were nomads basically. They found the compound, they found people. There were some good ones, there were some bad ones. They joined the group, they found the compound, they maintained it. The dead came, they broke into it, they left the compound, they found another compound, they found another bad guy, they found some new people.
Right.
So it was just a repeat.
You're fighting to live on hell. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, some people are just afraid of death. I mean,
dang, that's great.
That's
you live in that apocalypse.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's what it is. That's how come our sisters were like, nah, man, I just let them eat me. I'm like, damn.
I don't know.
Eating
people think it's like, yeah, they're gonna eat.
Nah, man, you're gonna feel everything.
If
you can't, like they always say, if you can't bite off your own thumb, then then imagine that happening to you.
No, just tearing you apart. Nope.
Yeah.
Not
So
me.
No, but that was wild when you told me that. Like, because I've seen you watch so many.
I can watch.
We've watched The Walking Dead.
Right. I can watch zombies.
Yeah.
It's just because it's so. How did I explain it to you in the car the other day?
Realistic. It's
because, like, with paranormal shit, right?
Yeah. No, that wasn't yesterday. That was when we were driving to Mom's today.
Really?
Yeah, because you were talking about something and I just randomly said it, and you're like, "Damn, you've been thinking about it since last night."
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Was that last night I told you that?
Yeah, you told me that last night when I was about to go to bed, and I'm like, "Dude," I said, "That's weird." I said, "Dude, are you really afraid of zombies?" You're like, "Yeah." I said, "But I always see watching paranormal films," and you're like, "Well, that's different. That's something that you can't control."
Right.
And it's not in the reality of what we can see compared to zombies.
Right.
It's something that we can see.
You do listen.
I told just because I don't look interested.
Oh man,
doesn't mean
dude,
I don't.
It's tough. I don't know how to, bruh. It's tough.
I have
tough
the
to read you.
I have the like when my eyes are like droopy and you think I'm bored. I'm not. I'm listening.
You be looking bored as hell. Like,
I listen. I swear I listen.
The fucking thought. Get to the point.
No, for real though. No, but for real. Every time you show me a video or try to teach me something, I actually listen to what you say, Jeff.
Right.
And then it clicks in my brain later when somebody says something, and it just activates that memory of me.
But yeah, like, we'll get back to the zombie thing, but just going full circle with the whole exercising thing. Like,
yeah,
I never took into account. I never put in perspective that this is a rest of my life thing.
No, of course. I mean, maintaining it, yes.
But that's the thing. As you get older, it's harder.
It's harder, of course. Yeah, I agree with that.
So you have to stay active.
Of course, I agree. But realistically speaking, does the entire world do it? No.
Well, some people, it really is their lifestyle. Though.
Yeah, of course. I agree.
Like, that's the thing. Like, for us, that would be a hobby. Like, in the U.S.
Yeah.
That's considered a hobby.
Like I said, when we have
luxury.
when we have more time, what I would literally do is wake you up early, even though you get pissed off at me. We go to the gym for about an hour and a half, maybe two, and then we enjoy the rest of the day.
When's the last time I got pissed off at you for waking me up?
I was joking, but okay.
No, that's terrible. No, you said that like it was a valid statement.
But you know who you are, nigga. Stop
who am
playing.
I? Yep.
You're Jeff. Who else are you?
I'll get mad for waking
shit.
up early. That's back in the day.
Wall
Jeff.
punching.
No, I was actually having a crazy ass dream.
Oh yeah, where you were fighting people and you're actually fist holding the wall.
You know how dream punches are, bro.
Yep.
You know how them dream punches are. That shit
Hell
pissed
yeah.
me off. I woke myself up.
Nah, you know what? When we both of us used to share a room at Mom's house, the one thing I remember is when I was about to go to bed, you're like, Jeff, stop touching my feet. I'm like, I'm not touching your feet. You're like, Jeff, stop fucking playing. And I'm like, I'm gonna ignore you, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm not touching your fucking feet. I don't know who's pulling at your goddamn feet,
Just
but it ain't me.
I'm going to bed.
I know you ain't doing that. Why are you acknowledging it? Why you guys acknowledge things, huh? Ain't nobody
Because it's there. What the fuck? If it's there, I'm gonna call it out.
Nah,
What the
nigga,
fuck?
ain't nobody trying to die with you.
I see all the elephants in the room, Jeff.
It's like the
elephants in
mosquito
room.
scenario from yesterday, where I'm like, close the door.
Oh no, that was crazy. You wanted me to sacrifice myself to that swarm of mosquitoes outside.
Oh man, you like there's swarming mosquitoes outside. I'm like, hey, close it, get out.
That's like, go out there, get eaten, and don't let any inside. I'm like, that's terrible.
Oh yeah, for the rest of us.
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. Jeff. You ain't shit.
I'm just saying. No, but I get it, man. The exercise thing is full circle. Yes, it gets harder the older you get, but it's just that's something that we have to maintain unless they invent something that can destroy fat. So, but unless that happens, nah, we're just gonna have to keep maintaining.
Damn, bro.
But I would say our lifestyle would literally be like to wake up early.
Why don't they make a mRNA vaccine that eats fat cells?
A certain percentage of fat cells, because you need something to swim. You don't want to be sinking on the bottom of the ocean.
Like what? Chimpanzees?
Yes.
Motherfuckers be sinking. Bitches be sinking,
Can't fucking
bro.
swim
What
for
the
shit,
hell?
bro. They die.
Them motherfuckers be sinking. But I be strong as shit, though. I'd have that monkey strength.
Hell yeah. You'd be able to lift cars without adrenaline.
Imagine with adrenaline.
Yeah.
I'd be a fucking Hulk.
Yep. But no, I get it. But that's what I would do. I'd do like 3 to 4 times a week. Wake up early in the morning just so we can start our day and then do what we got to do. No matter where we travel, no matter where we go, regardless if it's a walk or regardless if it's a run. At least try to get that exercise in before we do anything else. Because even if we can't get to the ideal weight that the stupid BMI scale keeps telling us to try,
I just fast.
yeah.
It's easy as hell.
The worst invention ever. Because you're this height, you're supposed to be this. Well, you're accounting for my fat, but you're not accounting for my muscle. Even if you take out my fat, I'm technically still overweight.
Yeah, that's true.
So what the fuck are you talking about?
That's true.
That's why it doesn't make any sense to me when the doctors are
true.
when the doctor's like, technically, sir, you are obese, but your cholesterol's good. Your heartbeat is at 57 beats per minute. Your blood pressure is low. This and that. Then how?
No, they be lying.
That's so
bro.
crazy.
They be
That's why I
bullshitting.
said they need to throw out the BMI scale
They
because
need
it does,
bullshit.
yeah, it doesn't help anybody with that.
They be bullshitting.
But no, so I would say we can do it with that. We can do it that way whenever we get more time.
Yeah, like I said, for me, most of my cardio and working out comes from the job. The only thing I can really focus on is just fasting, just keeping my caloric intake
Low.
under X amount, right? Because everything, I just get fat like that. As fast as I lose weight,
Yeah.
and I know that's not gonna be like that forever. So like this has to be.
You're
like,
enjoying it while it lasts.
No. Like this is it. I think after 2020, when it got bad. Yeah, I know you've seen the pictures.
You see my pictures too?
I know you've seen the pictures. 2020 was
Bro.
bad, bro. Oh my god, I had no neck. Like I still ain't got no neck, but like
Bro.
it was bad. It was like head and shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize how bad it was, but fasting, and then of course getting active, and then the job helped me as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I would say let's just try to keep on maintaining that because um,
It's tough.
I'm not where I want to be, but I also like where I'm at too.
What do you think you're failing in that?
Food.
Is it just too good, or it's just because like you don't eat huge sittings? You just
Yeah, but I don't eat healthy.
I got you.
That's the thing, and I'm gonna admit that. Yeah, I don't eat healthy.
Even if you're not gonna eat healthy, can't you just like deficit though? Like on some macros type shit. Like, if you're gonna eat something shit, just eat that one thing for the whole day.
For the whole day. I mean, yeah, I can do
It's
that.
it's really a matter of you telling yourself you're not hungry.
Hmm. No, I remember you told me that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, your stomach's grumbling and da da da. No, it's just like this is what I'm used to. Feed me now.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's
once
why
you
it does that. Yeah.
right, so that's why it does that. Because as weird, it's like your stomach is spoiled.
Hmm.
So it'll just start sending signals to your brain that hey, I'm hungry. I'm
And if you
craving
don't feed it,
something.
it gives you a headache.
It gives you a headache.
Wow,
Right.
that's crazy. That's fucked up.
Gives you a headache. Or what I would do is when you do feel that intense hunger, eat something with a lot of water. You know what I'm saying?
Watermelon.
Water is or peanuts or protein.
That sucker gets you
something
full.
like that. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm getting crazy hungry, I just make a peanut butter jelly sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And then drink a crap ton of water. And then of course vitamins. Vitamins will also help you curb.
Oh, the hunger too.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out too, cause
It's not necessarily just like, oh, let me change everything I'm eating. You can eat whatever you're eating, but just
well, like that, a lot of fitness people will say you can eat whatever you want, but
Right.
you have to eat it in moderation.
Right.
And then of course, adding the exercise, cause they always say 2/3 of what you eat, but as long as your calorie deficit isn't higher than what you eat, then you should be fine. But like you said,
right.
if you eat a snack or
But it's not by day, because doing it by day is that's just
that'll kill you.
that's psychotic.
That'll kill you.
I don't like. I know there are people who actually track their calories per day.
They lose their mind.
Nah, I track my shit per week.
They lose their mind.
So like if I eat, I don't know, an Impossible Whopper on Monday, I'm not gonna eat another Impossible Whopper until
Next month.
next month. Not next
month.
month.
Next month.
Next month.
Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you could have your crazy fixes, kind of like when I went on that Butterfinger binge.
Yeah. Now you're done.
Now I'm done.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
you
I'm
on
saying.
now?
Nothing. I'm not even on like gummy bears. I haven't been craving any sweets for a minute,
Mm.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even interested in any of the Debbie snacks or anything like that.
Oh, okay. That's good.
You know, but it's just stuff like that. No, but I get you though. I get you.
But no, I just came from my other brother from another mother.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah,
bro.
it is. Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
lot.
I just came from his house. We're kind of just catching up, and he's on vacation.
Mhm.
His wife went to work, but just catching up on.
Oh, he's on vacay.
Yeah. He's on
I
vacation.
feel that.
He said he's gonna take another one August 5th, 6th, and 7th or something like that.
Like personal days, like kind
Yeah.
of catch up on your energy.
Yeah, basically.
Storage.
And
I
I was
feel
like, oh yeah, what changed? And he's like, oh, we had this, and had that. And then he's like, his wife was like, oh, we're adding shelves on the back of our wall where the couch is at.
Mm.
And then she's like, but you might not be here for that. Skylar's like, oh, he'll be here for it just 3 to 6 months down the road. And I jokingly said, yeah, I'll see you for Christmas.
Absolutely. No, that's really how it works.
Yeah, that's really how it works.
That's really how it works. I'll see you.
So he'll text me. Yeah, he'll text me like once a week just to make sure I'm still alive. And
That's fine.
he's been doing so since the breakup, which was 2 years ago, literally. So was it 2 years ago?
Oh, the texting you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So because we were in the same store, so it wasn't like he needed to text me. But ever since then, sends me memes every day on Instagram.
Aww.
I know, right?
Aww.
And this was the funny part. So I went over to the house, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put the shelves." She wants the shelves on the back, and then he's like, oh, and then we're gonna get the stuff later, and he's like, what do you mean get the stuff later? We have anime plushies in the room and all that stuff like that. We can put on the shelf. And then I look at and then she looks at him and is like, I thought we were gonna get stuff for later. And then we were talking about, yeah, we kind of had nerd stuff everywhere when I was living with him. He's like, oh, you must be special then.
Oh, so he's gonna be putting up the figurines that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So no, but she was funny. I know she was joking, but she's like, yeah, I'll let you guys two catch up because I don't want to be in the third wheel in between what you guys got. She jokes around a lot with that because every time I'm near Skylar, it's like I know everything about this motherfucker. And she's like, I don't want to be a third wheel, and he's like, honey, you don't have to leave just because Jeff. I said I can leave if you want me to, Brittany. If this is,
I'll go stand outside.
Yeah, I'll go
hang out by the car.
Yeah, exactly. Skylar passed me a Cheeto.
Oh man, no, we'll go hang out by the car.
But yeah, she kind of jokes around sometimes about that, like Skylar likes me more than she does. then he does her. Boys. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. But
that's the boys.
But she's like, yeah, why can't we have nerd stuff? And you guys had nerd stuff. And I said, well, we didn't really have. We had the gaming consoles in the front, and then of course I bought my Blu-rays, but that was about it. But other than that, it was all the nerd stuff was in our rooms. But so we kind of just chilled, caught up, and then we decided to watch Invasion.
Secret Invasion.
What
are your thoughts on that?
It's garbage.
Why?
It's hot garbage.
It has Samuel.
Samuel's a good actor. I'm not gonna.
But he can't carry the show.
No, because they're literally saying you got an entire Skrull invasion with millions of Skrulls, and then you're literally saying, and Rhodey's like, yeah, let's call the big guys. Nah, I can handle it myself. Does that make any sense? You couldn't handle the 2012 alien invasion by Thanos, by Loki.
But you can
handle a Skrull invasion by yourself. Does that make any sense? Nah.
Don't you think this will be the setup for Fantastic Four?
Four stick. So, it's just bad. It's just,
why, Jeff? Why?
The writing.
Like, why?
Because they're trying to. So basically, they're basically saying, and I'm watching it with Skylar too. They're basically saying, after the blip, you changed. You were no longer the same. And it's like, dude, you disappeared. You were gone for 5 years, but when everybody came back, they only remember the last 5 seconds. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, how can it change? Everybody that you know is still here. I'm confused.
Wait, so how did he change if they're the ones who changed?
They haven't explained that.
Yeah.
That's what we see. Because he disappeared with everybody.
Right.
He wasn't the one else left behind. Now, the people that stayed are the ones that should have trauma. Because they're the ones that had to deal, reset the entire world, the nations, all that stuff like that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's a weird state.
And then they had to acclimate to life without the people that they care or love, or half the population. That's how come I remember after the blip, when they had to acclimate back, they're like, oh yeah, ever since the blip, I lost my job. I can't do this. I can't do that. There's these groups now. There's these sectors. There's this. There's that. There's no borders on the country. Yeah, no, that's not in this show. This was in a previous Disney Marvel show.
Okay.
Just explaining what happened after the blip and how a lot of people weren't able to acclimate back into life because for them they were gone for 2 minutes, but for everybody else they were gone 5 years.
How long is this post-blip storyline going to be going on?
It should have been over by now. They're going galactic, but it's like
it should be the nail in the coffin.
They should have been the nail in the coffin. 2015. We're in 2023.
Wait, 2015?
Yes, that's when
the blip happened.
No, that's when the last film came out.
No way.
Endgame.
No way. Endgame did not drop.
Infinity War dropped 2015.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure Endgame was what 2017, 2018. There's no way Endgame dropped 2015. You tweaking. Stop smoking.
It's bad. It's just bad, dude. So I'm watching the show. I still got 2 more episodes left, but
was it only 6?
It's 6 episodes. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The final episode comes out this Wednesday, so tomorrow. So I guess he'll finish it, and then I'll finish it.
Have they done any Fantastic Four Easter eggs? What Easter eggs have you seen? None.
No, not none at all. It's literally focused on what's going on with Nick Fury, his feelings. He married a Skrull woman. Um, he that nobody knows about. Maria Hill is dead. Um, she died in the second episode.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they when one of the Skrulls sent out the signal to the other ones because they couldn't find a planet. Because remember, it was in 1996 that he promised to find them a planet. He never did. So they contacted all the Skrulls that were scattered throughout the universe, and now 1 million of them live on Earth. In this, in disguise, yes,
No, that's crazy.
yeah. So 1 million of them live on Earth.
Does any of this tie into Agents of Shield? Are there any characters from that?
Yeah, yeah. There was a one cameo of a character from Agents of Shield, but we knew he was a Skrull in the first episode. Rhodey's also being impersonated by a Skrull too. So it's just like,
Damn.
yeah, it's just like they're showing you the infiltration. Yeah, we're gonna be super Skrulls, and then they showed that the Skrulls infiltrated the White House, the United Kingdoms, basically all the
Everything.
Yes, everything.
Everything.
So they're embedded in everything, and they're basically trying to start World War III so they can get rid of, so they can claim the planet as their own because they were promised the planet and Nick Fury didn't deliver. He just
He made a deal with entire.
yes. He's like, you help.
species.
The only reason why, okay, so this is what Nick said: you help me, I help you. The only reason why Nick Fury was able to become the head of Shield was because he used the Skrulls to infiltrate all the
Oh, so they were doing espionage for him. and shit like that.
exactly,
Okay.
and that's how he uncovered a lot of state secrets and all that stuff like that. So that's when he was saying, "You helped us, you help me, and I help you.
Right.
You help me find all the bad guys, and then I help you find the home." But after the blip, he's like, "I'm a bitch. I don't want to do it anymore."
Oh, that's
So
crazy.
he hit up in Saber or Sword,
Right.
because I was like, I thought it was called Sword.
They call it Saber now.
Skylar told me they have different names for it in the comics because he reads the comics.
Okay.
So he's like, they can call it Saber, they can call it Sword. There's other iterations, but they just chose Saber for this sake. He's basically said no, but he's been hiding up in Saber, and he only come down to Earth when somebody calls him. But he has bad knees, he can't run, he can't do anything. Like, he's just an old man, and it's like he can't. He got tired trying to break somebody's hand. He's just old. And it's like the comic book version of him is on some super soldier serum, which is why it takes him so long to age. That's like he fought with Captain America back in the day, and he was still muscular as fuck
Right.
when he got to the future.
To the future.
And then Captain America was defrosted. But
You think they're gonna introduce the white Nick Fury? Because the whole multiverse shit.
that's
and
probably
he'll just take over.
oh, like a different version.
Right.
They're like Samuel's like, I'm done. My contract's over.
His contract's over. Of course, the whole Writers Guild strike. Well, no, the Actors Guild strike.
Yeah, that doesn't help anybody either.
Well, how do you think that's gonna play out, bro?
Well, Bob Iger's digging himself in the hole, I believe, and that's just the Disney part of it, not even everything else, because everything's very expensive now. So,
I just think this is the plan to replace Hollywood and media
with AI,
With AI,
yeah, no, that is the goal. The goal
AI
is to,
will write for you.
Mhm. Because look,
Um,
all right, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Since not Mulan, but since the whole woke in movies inclusivity started in movies to represent everybody, the story has gotten bad because they're getting away from the source material. Yes, people write the lines in the films based off of, let's say, old films that remakes or anything like that, but because of the trying to do the inclusivity for everybody, the story gets thrown in the trash. So it doesn't matter whether the story's good or not, as long as you have that inclusivity in it.
But how does that pertain to the writers and actors striking and
AI won't. There's no bias or judgment.
Well, you can program the AI
For sure, but I guarantee you the people that they're trying, because remember, at the end of the day, companies are trying to make money.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bottom line. And if you're upsetting the fan base or audience that wants to watch a movie and not say, "Oh my God, here we go. They inserted this.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. They inserted that." Because some people don't give a shit. They'll throw away $15 and walk out the theater because they're like, "I came to see a good movie, and now you're adding shit that has nothing to do with the film, just to put representation in that." So yes, they can program. They can program the AI to do that, but are they? Because they know it's gonna make them lose money? Probably not. Because
Well, here's the thing: it's the studio that wants them to do this representation, not the writers.
no, it's BlackRock that wants them to do.
No. I understand. Okay, ultimately, of course, right? But I mean, like, it's the studio handing out the command, or the producers who are telling them
For sure.
what elements they want in the film.
That would be my perspective on it, but I know the real perspective is save money,
That's like if Publix went woke. You know what I'm saying?
which they wouldn't do because they're
Which they wouldn't do.
they're
But
too far right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's if like they went woke and then, you guys decided to strike, but it's them that went woke.
Yeah. Not.
And then they decide, oh, because you're striking, we're going to replace you with AI. Well, if they're woke, isn't the AI going to be woke too?
See, that's what I was saying.
Right.
That's one side of the story,
Right.
and then the other side, which is what I was about. Oh, it's just the
So
second.
like
thing.
you don't want to go woke, then you don't get a job.
Yeah, and then I would say the other side would be to save money,
Oh, of course.
but then that fucks everybody else in the long run.
Always been profits. Oh, come on.
Profits
bro.
over
Tell
people.
as old as time.
Yep. Look at
Tell
that.
as old as industrialization. Profits over people. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So it's
So
always been.
I mean, people are laughing at the news.
Jimmy!
The new Snow White film.
Shouts out Jimmy.
What's up, Jimmy?
He's lurking in the comments. What's up,
Yeah.
brother?
Tell as old as time, man. Tell as old as time. Like Snow White and the inclusivity dwarfs.
Oh yeah, I saw you,
You
watching.
what? Shit.
I saw you watching a breakdown of like the leaks
From the Critical Drinker.
Yeah,
Follow his channel. He's really good, guys.
It's hilarious.
But no, it was really so. Well, he said it in Russian, but I can't German or Russian, where he was saying her name, what she was.
Oh, German. Yeah.
He was saying it in German, and then that long ass sentence translated
said-
to dark hair, rose lips, and pale white skin. That's the only reason why they call
I
her
feel
Snow
that.
White. Snow White's not based off the name, her name. Snow White is based off of
A description of the character.
description of the character.
Right.
But they're flipping it.
Right.
They're
Jimmy says, "What are we talking about?" I just joined. So pretty much we're going over how AI, the Actors and Writers Guild strike,
Yep.
and
Hollywood's on the
and
halt right now.
Hollywood kind of all of that comes into play, and what's the outlook for that? What does the future of that look like?
Yeah, for
So.
sure.
But yeah, man, no, it's a weird thing.
Yeah. So and now.
And I heard there was something floating around where they were asking, like, I guess, lower tier actors or celebrities to kind of sign away their digital.
their digital faces
Their
so they can
digital
use it for the
faces.
rest of the time. Yeah, because eventually they're going to be able to digitize.
Or even, like, someone, not even like a main list actor. I'm talking about, like, someone that's a stand-in. Like, your background character.
Yeah. Well, look what happened with the Flash. That was horrible as fuck. We were able to tell that it wasn't even Ezra Miller.
Oh, no, that's just bad CGI. I don't think that was... that was
That was just shit.
That was just shit production.
That
I don't
was
even
just-
think...
that was bad.
I don't even think that had anything to do with AI.
That's probably
Nah,
when the
nah,
Writers
nah.
Guild started. They're like,
Nah,
I need you to hurry up and finish this so we can put this shit out. I don't
Nah,
give a
I'm
fuck."
pretty sure they sensed it over the horizon, and I think that's why so many movies this summer are absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
Because
And we were talking last year how good the movies were going to be
Mhm.
this year.
well, the way they hyped them up, of course.
Yeah.
But then once you kind of started seeing more and more of
Bullshit.
the trailers and previews and stuff, you were like, this is gonna be something dumb.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something dumb. But yeah, man, I just think that's weird. Y'all seen Tom Holland get? He's talking. Okay, so he said y'all seen Tom Holland get back at the Zendaya scene. All right, Remember how I broke that down for you last week?
Yes, yes.
So pretty much during that whole time when what's her name? Adam 22's wife
Was getting her back
was
blown
getting
out.
her back blown out. Tom Holland also released a scene that he did from like a movie or something like
To
that.
get back at
or a TV show.
Zendaya
And
because she did
like a gangbang scene.
You what?
In an upcoming movie that she got.
Yeah, we saw that one.
And then Tom Holland.
It was trolling on Twitter with Adam 22's
Bruh.
wife.
And then Tom Holland starts trending because they put out a scene where he getting his back
blown out by BBC.
Bruh, straight. That was crazy. That was crazy.
No, that was awesome. That was awesome. No.
Could you imagine, bro? Like, that's crazy. That's your response. You get into an argument and you have responses in, like, movie scenes and shit.
That's
like
crazy, though.
That'd be wild.
That is crazy.
That'd be wild.
But we'll go ahead and see what you're saying.
What was I saying?
You're talking about the Writers Guild and the replacement.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I just thought that was just inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they'll probably go down swinging. I don't know what type of laws they'll end up passing, but I'm pretty sure a lot of these corpos have lobbyists and the government in their pocket. So I doubt they'll be able to really get any concessions.
See, what my question is though, why would
unions,
unless they've done it or it's worked before, why take that risk?
Take what risk?
On using AI to...
Doesn't matter. They have the money. At the end of the day, we want to be entertained.
So just like, okay, look at it this way. Just like Uber. You know how Uber won their lawsuit because they're the drivers were saying that nobody was giving them insurance and all that stuff like that. But then Uber outright came out and says this is not a long-term thing. We're eventually going to self-driving cars, so we're not going to give them...
Right, we can't give you employee benefits when our 10-year plan is to get rid of you.
Exactly.
You're just here to establish the blueprint for how we're going to run the company. Like, you're going to make us our initial money.
Exactly.
And then we're going to use the money you made us to get rid of it.
It's like when you pre-order a video game, like half the game is not done, but we're going to give you the 4K trailer of it to show you what it is.
Exactly.
Once you pre-order, then we take the money you pre-order.
We'll show you cinematics.
Exactly.
Cinematics that weren't even made on the engine that we're running the game on. We just had some CGI artist or whatever make a cinematic trailer for the game, but that's not the actual
exactly
game.
And then until you see the actual game, that's like every time everyone sees no actual gameplay, they're like, oh shit, the game's not done. So but I would say that would be the same thing but you see that they already have an actual blueprint with vehicles that actually drive themselves in California to be able to leap forward with that step. But with the Writers Guild, they don't even have people. They don't even have AI ready to do it. They're just hearing about the technology, but they haven't used it in
they're billion-dollar corporals.
I get that.
They'll just pay. Okay, you got to look at it this way.
My question is it ready?
It's always.
Is it ready?
You need to understand. This is stupid buku ass money, Jeff. You could get anything done in any speed or fashion. Like, be for real. Like, think about it, right? If we could create a COVID vaccine in 6 months, imagine how much money went into that.
Oh yeah, a lot.
As long as you put enough money into something, you can get it done pretty quick. And the fact that we already have so many AIs out there, you could just have the company make a custom tailored AI for your specific needs.
Yeah, I hear you.
You see what I'm saying? And then on top of that, you won't even need to pay actors. You can just have a faceless NPC generated
on a model,
and then depending on where the movie is being shown, you can change the demographic of every single character in the movie. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah, because they're trying to cut costs.
Not cut costs, make money.
No, cut costs, but also make money, because how much do you pay an actor before they actually make a movie? You have to give them the initial payment, then you give them a percentage after they use it.
Sean Bizan said that's my favorite.
Oh, Sean Bizan. How's it going, man?
Assistant grocery manager right there.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
Long time no see, man. Hope you're doing good.
Shouts out, Sean.
Yeah.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah, but no, that's I mean that's basically what I would say. Yes, you can cut costs from the actor's perspective because some people you're paying $20 to $50 million before they even make the movie. Then they get a percentage from whatever they make
Like
from the movie.
residuals.
Yeah, the residuals. So it's like when you put royalties on a beat or a brand. Every time somebody uses it, you get a specific amount from it. But if you can save
But
money.
sometimes they'll finesse the actor and be like, all right, we'll give you all this up front, and then you get like a small percentage of royalties and merchandising and shit like that. And then eventually in the long run, once the movie tapers out, that's it. That's the end of it. Unless it's like one of those golden era type films or TV shows that's getting rerun till the end of time.
Till the end of time, which they'll actually get paid for every
right.
single time.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on who buys the license for that. But I don't know, man. I could already see it a mile away. It's gonna make media so much easier.
Yeah.
It'll make media so you could get it to a point where it's like it's almost kind of weird, like almost creepy and dystopian.
Yeah.
Imagine if these news networks now start going that route, right? Because a lot of these big media corporations that are being
So they can put out whatever they want. Fuck, that's crazy.
all your local TV
That's
anchors
fucking
are now
crazy.
replaced with a AI generated face.
Yeah.
Depending on your zip code or your geolocation. You could drive to let's say even by zip code. You know what I'm saying? You drive to the next zip code and it's a different face.
Damn. So they can literally give you simultaneously the same news.
The same news.
With a different face.
A different face, a different voice, different outfit.
And nothing's opinionated or anything like
Right.
that. Everything is just
Well,
cut cold
no,
and
no,
dry.
no. You can't say it's not opinionated. AI has human bias. I don't care how neutral AI they make AI seem to be. Let me on an episode.
So that would be fun. Yeah, for sure, bro.
Oh,
I'll definitely get with you on that.
Absolutely.
If you still have my number.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely get you on. And you can let us know what you want to talk about.
For sure. But you know what I'm saying? So it's like it'll get to the point where it's like
So you won't be able to trust anything. So we could go back to
Right.
what I was saying back in the day. Go live in the woods.
you won't even be able to live in the woods.
Go live in the woods. We'll destroy any drone
You
that
won't
tries to
even
go
be
through.
able to live
Fuck
in the
that
woods.
shit.
They bruh.
Hey yo, what the
Stop, man. Stop. Bro, if they can make telescopes that can see a bee from the distance of the moon.
Just like my Android phone.
Like before, come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
Then we gotta go.
Think!
We gotta go to Mars.
Think, Jeff. Think.
We gotta go to Mars.
Bro, we already got probes out there. They're gonna see your ass a mile away.
Fucking A,
We got
bro.
hella rovers out
So
there.
you're telling me I can't do nothing?
That's why I keep telling people, like,
Except
I want you to understand that AI is not non-biased. It's a product of us.
it is because we're programming it.
Right.
So if we feel or think a type of way, that's how it will. Well, that's why you're talking about quantum computing, because it'll remove that. It'll create it. If you type in the quantum computer, create your own algorithm that's not biased, then will it be able to do that, or is that still us influencing it?
If it's from our hands and our brain, there's some sort of
Then what's the
human
point?
influence. Because the only way we can communicate with it is if we approach it from a human understanding. And it understands us the way a human... It would understand how to communicate with humans.
Gotcha.
Because what you're saying is, oh, create a program. Like, that's... The language that you just fed it is a human byproduct.
So it's already biased.
Right.
So
it already has a human bias.
is there a theoretical way you would be able to do that without any human influence?
It would have to be... It'd have to be...
Alien.
No. Like, it would just get so smart, it would just communicate in a completely different...
Language.
Not even just a language.
Text.
It's a different spectrum.
Code.
You're just saying shit. You just fire it off.
Oh, shit.
You're just shooting. What the
Man.
fuck?
Yeah.
You're just shooting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to remove the human element away from it for it to be unbiased.
Yeah, because a lot of people go based off of what they hear on the news. Even though
Right.
half of it's bullshit, half of it's opinionated, and they're already getting rid of people that they don't want on there because they're starting to say, "I don't want to follow this. I'm gonna tell them what it is," and then they get rid of them and then
Exactly.
jumping onto their own platforms.
Exactly.
So it's like, shit. It's like, well, it's like the scrolls, man. How the fuck are you gonna know what's real and what's not if everything is like what people want you to listen to, what people want you to watch?
Like I've said since episode 1, I'm just a witness.
To this entire
I'm
reality.
just a witness. I'm a witness. I'll tell you what I think, but I'm just a witness. Because you can't really stop that shit. Like, what are you gonna do?
That I wonder if you can give an AI the permission to be unbiased and make it conscious.
That's tough. Because for it to be unbiased, it has to leave.
Good question, Jimmy.
That was a good question. For it to be unbiased, you have to remove all human references. All human references in whatever it's pulling its data from.
Gotcha.
It would have to.
And it's pulling this data from the internet and the
Right.
whatever the history of it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I think one good example of how, like, a good way to write AI is the way, or to program AI or teach AI would be the way Elon Musk is going about it with his Tesla bot. He's just using real world
Experiences.
experience.
So it's letting it experience.
Rather than a whole bunch of reference images.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like all his Teslas that are driving around with their camera, feeding all this data into this.
So it's doing it itself. People aren't doing it for them.
Right, and
I
then
got
it's
you.
categorizing certain things. And of course, we go through and we sort which data to how it should translate that data and stuff like that. But like that first part of that would be how you would have an unbiased AI. Like if it gained conscious, okay, let's say you develop a conscious AI, right? Quantum conscious AI, right? And then you tell it to build an unbiased AI. And it just built something else. Like it without using any human references. It would have to process the world in a different way without a human lens. You see what I'm saying? Because I can look at this lamp and be like, okay, that's a lamp. But to this AI, it's some abstract object taking up space. But whatever it decides to label this or call it is solely up to it.
Fixing it, understanding it itself instead of people doing it for it.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it, what you're saying.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
So remove the human element and let it learn for itself.
Jimmy says, you think you can direct AI to create an unbiased. Yeah.
As long as we remove the human element from it.
Right. As long as within its, what I believe is, as long as you include in the instructions to not include any human element in it, any human reference.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But even coding it to understand English or any other human language is still human reference. Which I think the best way to do that would be like in mathematical terms. But like, how do you communicate that in mathematical terms? Because you still need a reference. You still need a...
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, what's the name of that? What's the name of that mathematical equation that can solve the universe? They've only figured out
what, the standard model?
Yeah. So what if they were to give it that mathematical?
Well, that's our frame of reference.
Yeah.
That's how we understand the universe. You see what I'm saying?
Damn, that's gonna be tough.
And you remember, I think it was Michio Kaku who said this? Answer. Okay, word. Alright, yeah. For sure. Do you think humanoids... Ye old friend said, do you think humanoids will have N? Do you think humanoids will have N?
Can you clarify
that?
Can
you clarify that, brother? Can you expand on that? Ye old friend. Do you think humanoids will happen? Humanoids? Like, are you talking about human cyborg like hybrids, like transhumanism, where we kind of merge with
machinery,
machine like technology and
Yeah.
stuff. Well, that's
already happened.
already happened.
With Elon Musk's.
Well, not even no, way before that. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Way
I
before
hear
that.
you.
The fact that we had cochlear implants,
Mhm.
we had artificial hearts.
Yeah, that's true. The one that correct
You know what I'm saying?
the rhythm of your heart.
Like
Yeah.
pacemakers and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like that was just a given. It just depends on how advanced.
The hearing aids for
Right.
yeah.
Right. It just depends on how far we go and how far we kind of take the
Mhm.
technology and kind of understanding, how it's kind of like how we have like the biological robots where it's like lab grown cells.
Yeah, like the ones that can go through
Right.
your system, the nanobot that can go through your system
Right.
and destroy cancer cells, get rid of stuff that's stuck in
Right.
there, all that stuff like that. Yeah.
But I just think the ultimate thing that's holding that back is how do you ethically have human trials for that? Like what's the
How much you willing to pay?
no, what's the barrier or the where do you draw the line in the sand on what you will allow humans to partake in?
Well, unless
when it comes to
I would say two things. They either do it without the FDA knowing, or they do it on
it's a crime.
or they test it on themselves.
It'll be a crime.
Yeah.
It'll be a
So
crime. I think that's where the hardest thing to really kind of like the hardest thing standing in the future of I guess humanoids,
Mhm.
transhumans and stuff like that, which would just be the FDA.
Mhm.
But then again, they did approve mRNA and CRISPR and all this extra bullshit.
Yeah, which is
you know
gonna
what I'm
bring us
saying?
to the next level.
But we'll see. We'll see. Usually, it's a trickle down thing. You have the rich kind of partaking in that.
I'll give you a sensational, Sean.
Be a humanoid.
Hey man, anybody? I bet too, man. Don't get old.
I want to be a humanoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. What do you think is gonna happen first, though?
Well, if Elon can prove,
No. You didn't even let me ask the question.
you said what?
Wait, let me ask
Are
the
we
question.
going based off the human?
No. Wait, let me ask the question. What do you think will happen first? We prolong aging. I don't want to say immortality, but like
No, immortality.
we solve aging, and to solve aging means you solve the human condition
Yes.
because everything contributes to aging.
Aging. Yep.
Disease.
Well, that's not
Mental
gonna say.
health.
That's not gonna say. If
Right.
you were in space, you'd age slower than if you were there because.
I don't know. You still die faster because of that radiation. What the fuck? You get microwaved in that shit. What the hell? What
shit.
the heck? Just a side note, white noise, that's static.
Yes.
That's just background, cosmic background
radiation.
radiation passing
So
through
I ain't got powers.
the antenna.
What's going on?
and that's what it's picking up.
All right. Well, we go ahead. Continue your question.
What was the question? Oh yeah. We solve aging or we just become robots.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's like
Both solve aging,
But that's what I'm saying.
But what do you think? Which route do you think is more likely?
The robot route.
I think I know why, but why? Why do you say why?
Because we're like you said, we have two directions that we can go. We can go biological, or we can go technological, and we chose the technological route. So I think we're going to focus more on that than we are the biological.
Well, my fence riding answer to that would be advancements in technology also progress advancements in
Biology. Okay,
and
that's what you're
medicine.
saying.
Right. Because you gotta understand.
Well, like you said with the CRISPR thing too, and then of course they started growing organs. So if you were to ever have cancer or anything like that, they could just replace it with your own organs. So anything could be replaced by just taking your cell and then they're just growing it. Which is why you said they started doing lab grown meats, which are going to be easier for cows and pigs and chickens not to be able to be eaten by humanity, even though they're delicious. But
Fake meat.
fake meat.
Chicken.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we have a funny episode on that too. It literally is called fake meat.
That's crazy. What? The
But
fuck?
no, I think you're right. The more advanced technology gets, I think the more but it'll be technology first and then biology second. So if the technology advances, then they can jump on the biology and advance that too. So
Oh, yeah.
that's just
No,
my
I can understand.
yeah.
But the only reason why I said I think I understand why you would say technology is because for me, the reason why I would say technology
Hmm.
would advance first, like the whole trends, is because with biology, you're kind of messing with something. Like,
Is it we had a conversation
right.
on that
Because one thing I look at, the way I look at life in biology, it's just a computer so advanced. Like, we haven't reached that step yet.
no, I agree because if you were like I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and literally the entire lab in the
Sean said, great, more McDonald's meat.
You what?
He said, more McDonald's.
So
that pink slime shit. You remember that?
Yep.
That whole. That shit was
No, but I would
crazy.
say in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, like their entire lab was biological. It was alive.
Right.
But
That's
it
what I'm
didn't feel
saying.
pain or anything like that.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
even the suits that they were wearing were biologically alive, so they can
Right.
breathe in space. So I would say, but like I said, technology route and then biological. Because every time somebody lost an eye, lost a arm or anything like that, what they replace it with?
Mhm.
They didn't regrow the arm or anything like
Right.
that. They use technology to replace
Right.
it. So that's why I think that's the direction that they're going to go first.
I don't know. I always had this idea that life and biology was just the pinnacle of technology
Hmm.
with sentience.
Yeah. Okay. I see
You get
you're
what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see.
Like, technology almost feels like a regression to something that's less than us.
Because if you can advance humanity biologically, then are we human?
Right.
Because if you can heal yourself, it's like
Like, because you can program the human body. That's literally what we
yes,
do every day.
yeah, okay, yeah, we're like
You see what I'm
we're
saying?
like a computer but meat.
Right.
So
We're a meat computer. We're a meat bot.
so it's like Darwin.
Imagine growing. Jimmy says, imagine growing a human embryo in a robot, and the brain evolves in the robot neurology, and the brain is all that is left. Think that's possible? I think so. Because I believe they recently just mapped a fly's brain,
Hmm.
which had like 100,000 neurons or something like
Yeah.
that. The human brain is like billions, billions,
And we
billions.
still got space.
billions and
And we
billions.
still got space.
Because it's like when we had that conversation with Jimmy, everything ultimately comes from one source.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we all come from stars.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, we're
just-
made of star stuff.
We're made of star stuff. If you can kind of understand the fundamentals of how matter works, even in a biological sense,
Mhm.
you can program anything to do anything.
Well, it's like Darwin. He's a I'm getting nerdy. He's a mutant that can adapt to anything. So if he goes in water, he grows gills. If he goes in fire, he gets tectonic plate
Right,
skin.
skin, like-
So basically, he's just adapting. If he goes into space, his water creates
Gills or something like that.
it creates water in his lungs, so he can suck
Siphon the
oxygen
out of
in it, so he can be in space. So it's like
Okay.
it's like that. But then, like you were saying, is it technically human anymore? Because we have a
Right.
base definition for what human is, but if we evolve beyond,
Well,
that
we have to
point-
leave that definition. Like, it's
Yeah,
no
for
longer,
sure.
But for life, I feel like life and technology are just synonymous. It's just we're trying to. I feel like the ultimate extent, or the thing with humanity is, one, recreating the closest thing to us,
Mhm.
and then also finding our place in the galaxy.
Nowhere.
You know, I would say everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like spread our particles.
You know what I'm saying? I would say everywhere.
I am.
And I am.
Yeah.
You
no,
know,
but I
so
feel it.
like that's why I feel like biology and technology, yes, they're synonymous, but technologically, I think we'll prolong our life through technology faster than we will through biology. Because we understand more about technology than we do biology.
and we're focused more on
Right.
yeah. Even though
Because with tech, it's more of a progression,
Mhm.
and then with biology, it's more of a regression where we break down biology to its fundamental parts
to find out why
to
it takes-
find exactly why does it tick, why does life
why is
you
this
see what I'm saying, why is this inanimate object doing XYZ,
Mhm.
how does it know how to fold a protein to do this specific task.
And can we add that to the human genome, which in turn
Well, of course.
improves?
Of
Well, that's
course,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. Which in
Yeah.
turn improves the human.
The human,
Yeah.
improves the life organism, the life.
Bro, we trying to hit Moses, 600 years old, man.
I don't know,
we ain't
man.
ready to die.
I don't know. It always goes.
We're aliens.
It always goes back to the whole.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? We're the aliens.
Yeah.
We're the aliens.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a timeline where we've achieved galactic supremacy, and now we're pulling a Kang. We're just going throughout every single timeline.
We're pulling the moonfall.
No, like think about it, right?
No, you're right. Because
think about
throughout the multiverse, yeah.
Think about it.
I
If
agree.
one version of us has achieved cosmic or galactic supremacy,
Mm-hmm.
universal supremacy, whatever, type 4
Civilization
type shit,
can reach the
You know what I'm
fourth
saying?
dimension.
and you're manipulating space-time,
Mhm.
you wouldn't want to go see how the other versions
Fuck
of you
yeah.
are doing?
That's exactly what they did.
Right. You wouldn't want to go see how the other versions of you are doing?
Mhm.
So it's just, I don't know, I just think that's, I don't know. It's all one big same thing.
Okay.
It's all one big same thing. That's all I got to say for that.
Are those your final words? Your final thoughts?
I believe so.
Okay.
You want to take us home? Are we done?
I think, yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Like what Jeff said about Darwin, there's many species or gods in many cultures that look like other humanoids. You think there was a different humanoid, but we only come from Noah genealogy before the... Oh, yeah, I believe that. I believe those hella different types of humans.
Of course.
Even historically, even like if we're looking at the anthology of humanity, right? Or the you know what I'm saying? We're looking at the story of humanity. We've already discovered, whether you want to say it's within that timeline, we've already discovered different versions of humans.
Yeah.
We weren't just the only one.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's throughout the history books. You've seen imprints. You've seen skulls. You've seen they've existed.
They've
it's
been
not like it's
bigger humans, right?
Yeah.
We have Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthal.
Mhm.
You have Homo erectus, Homo sapien. You know what I'm saying? You have so many versions of humanity that extend back.
You even had giants, and
you even had giants, right?
Like
There's
I said,
living
the
proof.
skulls, the architects, the footprints, and the handprints that are left on the floor. I mean, they existed. It's not like they didn't. It's just like we're in a time where humanity needs proof in order to believe that something existed, which it is what it is. But that's how it is now. But
That's true. That's true. Thank you for that question.
yeah,
Jimmy.
for sure,
that was
Jimmy.
that was a solid
for sure,
question.
appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for tuning
Yeah,
in.
appreciate you guys.
You have any final thoughts for our audience before we sign off, sir?
Final thoughts. I don't know. You could be a celebrity in the future, and your face could be
Sell
famous.
your face, yeah. You might
Yeah.
make. I mean, I would say do it with royalties.
Or get your face copywritten.
Yes. So every time somebody uses it, you get paid.
Oh, but how would that work for doppelgangers?
Yeah, that's true.
And what if you have a doppelganger?
That's true. You just got to put the name under it. But all right.
Alrighty, brother.
Yeah, we got a lot of good questions from you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. But guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. If you want to catch and watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, one word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok channel. So if you click on the link, it'll take you directly to the episodes. And of course, we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And of course, leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. You have a good night, weekend, evening, and day. And we'll see you on Thursday.
Bye-bye, y'all.